as part of the committee, and then doing Ignite for a couple years. And then this year, I've been doing something interesting. I've been doing something new that not even a lot of the e-board knew about for a little while. But today, we're going to introduce that. So I want to hear from you guys. Any guesses on what we're launching today?
Karaoke?
That's a good guess.
Internship program.
Go for it.
That's a better guess, but I was going to say an LLM, something like that, like an AI model or something.
That's crazy. That's a great guess. I mean, very in line with what's going on in the industry.
Yeah, I don't know.
How to send a what?
How to send a zip? No.
Okay. So funniest guess gets a candy. Let's hear some more guesses. Whoever can make the room laugh the most. Any guesses? Nobody wants a candy?
What it could be.
Go for it.
Pyramid scheme.
Go for it.
A new partnership.
A new what?
Partnership.
A new partnership? That's smart, but not the funniest. Let's hear some more.
Could it be a new Init mascot?
Comeback of GUI? Anybody know GUI? Hands if you guys know who GUI is. Okay, GUI used to be a mascot whom we killed, just like Duolingo killed Duo. He could be back today, or he might not be. But I think you've got the funniest answer. So I'm going to move on. I'm not going to reveal yet if that's the correct answer or not. But I'm going to move on, and we're going to run the show, all right?
Don't we have to toss in the candy? The candy?
Yeah. Pass it on.
I'll just hand it out.
So today we're here to talk a little bit about Hack. Hack is a program that brings you shell hacks. Hack is the program you guys don't see for most of the year. But the Hack is the program that gets you the biggest event of the year in this school, in this essentially for all computer science student, right? So I want to take a little while, take a couple minutes to kind of look back into where we came from in terms of shell hacks, right? Picture in the top, that's 2017. How many of you guys know which room that is? It's a very familiar room. PG6, right? That's PG6 116. That's where we took the first baby steps of shell hacks. That's where we had the birth of shell hacks, right? Not the hugest room compared to what we have right now, where we are doing multiple buildings in 2025. So, we've had tremendous growth over the past 8 to 9 years, right? We've had more than 8,500 hackers. More than 100 companies have come to here at FIU to meet students, to sponsor us, to help us fund this program. And we've given out over $150,000 in prizes. And today, we are the largest collegiate hackathon on the East Coast. So Hack MIT, Hack Harvard, we're bigger than them. We're bigger than Hack GT. So the reason I'm talking about shell hacks, by the way, for everybody, I want to give a huge shout out to Ellie and Danaya, who've been working for Shell Hacks 2025. So keep an eye out. We're going to be launching the interest form very soon. Every year, we host the largest hackathon on the US East Coast here on FIU in September. So just a quick shout out to Ellie and Danaya for the amazing work that they're doing. So back to the event, right? The reason I'm talking about shell hacks is because for many years, we've been growing, right? But at the end of the day, I go back to this picture, which is when we were taking baby steps for shell hacks. When we were having not a lot of people, not a lot of resources, but we had a big vision that one day this is going to be a really big event. And today, it is. There's still a lot of room for growth, but we're almost there. We're the biggest on half of the country. So what's next? What's next for Hack, right? Shell Hacks now has a sister or a brother, whatever you want to call it. Shell Hacks has a sibling because we are now launching something brand new for a group of students that we haven't really served for quite a while for the past couple years. So we really want to expand our horizons, but we also want to expand our reach to the student body here at FIU for the School of Computer Science, right? So I want to introduce the next big thing for Init. Can you turn the lights off for the video?
Drum roll?
All right, everybody, introducing. It's going to be a video, so let's join us. You guys want the audio?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was playing for a second.
Well, not the best day for our presentations in terms of the technicalities, but everybody, introducing Init Flag Ops, our new flagship event for cybersecurity students. Open for everybody, but designed for cybersecurity students, right? This is our brand new Capture the Flag event that we're hosting very soon. I'm going to get into it. But we're moving with the motto of let's secure the flag, let's dominate the battlefield, and let's create a whole new era of engagement with our cybersecurity students here at FIU, and also anybody who's interested in getting into cybersecurity. So I'd like you guys to save the date. It's in less than a month, or a little over a month. It's going to be on April 4th. So next month, right here at FIU MMC, it's going to be an in-person event. So now I'm guessing a lot of you guys have some questions, right? What is Flag Ops? What is a CTF? A lot of people, especially I see a lot of faces from computer science. I myself am a computer science student. I didn't know a lot about CTFs until recently. So CTF is a capture the flag event where you're going around and trying to look for vulnerabilities in a system. So Louis over here is going to go more into details of how we do that, how you can learn more, and how you can be prepared to join this mission. But I just want to say that this is beginner friendly, it's team-based, and it's open to any and all college students. So it's not just going to be for FIU. We're going to have people from MDC. We're going to have people from UM, and anybody who wants to join here in person, right? We're taking baby steps to have this thing happen here at FIU. But going forward, we do have a vision to have it as big as some of our other events, and this to be the next big thing for Init. And applications are not right now open. So you guys are the first people who get to apply right now. We have not announced this on our socials. It's not on our Discord yet. So take the chance, be the first people to scan that QR code, and be prepared to join Flag Ops before March 28th. That is the hard deadline, so a week before April 4th, right? It's going to be team applications only, so you do need a team between 2 to 4 people. And you only need to fill out 1 application per team. So it's 4 of you guys don't need to fill out the same information. Just fill it out with 1 person, elect 1 of you guys. And yeah, that's pretty much, we're going to send out acceptances closer to the event on a rolling basis. But yeah, thank you guys for joining the introduction for Init Flag Ops. I'm going to leave this on for a few minutes before I have Louis take over and go a little bit more into the details of what a CTF is, what to expect, how are things going to look like, and to answer any questions that you guys might have. But once again, thank you so much for joining us. Please take some time to scan that QR code and look at the application form.
How long should I give them? How long should I give?
Let's give you guys a minute. If you have trouble scanning the QR code, please let us know. That's a question.
Is it? I just spaced out, so I don't know if you spoke about it. But is it 1 day or is it like?
It is going to be 1 day.
All right.
Something else to keep in mind is that you'll have a chance to kind of network and form your team. So even if you guys don't have that solidified yet, don't worry. The application, like you said, will be open until March 28th. So you guys will have some time to get to know different people in cyber or even just new to it who are excited, form those teams, and then you guys can go ahead and submit that application form. And we will be posting it on our socials and our Discord, so don't worry. You can also keep that Go link in mind. go.fiu.edu/flagops.
Okay, I think that's been enough time. If you want to go to the next slide.
Yep. So now I would like to introduce Louis Canada, my fellow FlagOps director, founder, and cybersecurity.
All right, so hello everyone. My name is Louis Canada, and before you ask, no, I'm not from Canada, nor do I have any association to it. It's just my last name. Oh my God. Okay. I'm a computer engineering major, currently a sophomore, going to be junior next year. So I would describe myself as a Linux and cybersecurity enthusiast. So I love using things like Linux, learning more about the servers, which pretty much the entire internet runs off of. And I'm going to be your guide into getting into CTFs and the new event that we're going to be having here. Okay, so what will FlagOps look like? So obviously, not this. Just because it's military themed doesn't mean we're going to be shooting each other with guns. It's actually going to look like more a ton of nerds in a room just hacking away on their computers, solving little challenges. Okay, so quick recap for the people that may be curious. When are we having this? Friday, April 4th, in about a month and a little bit. Where? In person at FIU MMC from about 3:30 to 5:30 p.m. So anyone can join. Teams from 2 to 4. It's just the team leader is going to go ahead and apply. And how? If you weren't able to scan it with your phone, the link is right there if you want to go ahead and do it. go.fiu.edu/flagops if you want to fill it out. And for those of you that have maybe never done anything with cybersecurity, we're going to be having a boot camp, per se, in about 2 weeks' time to introduce all of you guys to cybersecurity and get your computers ready for the CTF. So a lot of you may be wondering now, what is a CTF? What is cybersecurity? So let's start with that. Cybersecurity, all it is securing a system and making sure unauthorized access can't happen by unauthorized people, and of course, data can't leave the system. Now, let me give you a simple example. Many of you may have a Gmail account with your personal emails. For obvious reasons, you don't want that being leaked outside of that system. You only want you to access it with the correct username and password. So something like that would be part of cybersecurity, making sure those emails aren't leaked and can't be read by other people. And now, what is a CTF? A CTF is, well, like the name, capture the flag. So it's little bite-sized challenges, testing the skills of your cybersecurity skills. And we're going to be going into some examples here of what that would actually look like. Okay? So this is about the simplest example I could come up with. For example, a flag. So let's start with that. Capture the flag. All a flag is a hidden piece of text at the end of a challenge. So for example, in some website that you may visit, in some external server, you'd go ahead and find in the HTML, per se, the center div, a flag or something hidden inside. And these are all based off of things that have happened related to cybersecurity. So for example, there was a case a while ago where a website leaked the data of a lot of people, a government website, because inside the HTML from the server, it was returning basically all the information of all the people in that county. So that's why these challenges exist, to help people go ahead and take a second look at this. So what's actually inside the HTML? What may be hidden there? And is there data that is supposed to be there? OK. So next example. Let's say there's an image. Some of you may not know this, but first off, the file extension of a file may be lying. You could actually change the file extension from an exe, per se, to a PDF or an image. And what we're going to learn in the bootcamp is to how go ahead and find out what file type it truly is. Maybe somebody's going to go ahead and hide their exe, that's a virus, as a PDF that they send you. And another virus is going to go ahead and change the extension back and run it. Now, related to this example, inside of images, they can have metadata hidden inside of them. For example, the location of where it was taken, when it was taken, by who, and etc. So one of the simplest examples of finding that hidden data is by using the exif tool, just to get all that metadata. And then for this example, I look for flag, and it gives me this, find the hidden flag. OK, so this is one of my favorite examples. Finding, decompiling a program, and understanding what it actually does. I know it's a lot of stuff right here. For those of you that are curious, this is C, decompiled C code. What this is a decompiled C code, and it allows us to see what file path this program is going to be changing. So for example, let's say you wanted to analyze a virus and see what files is it going to change, what files is it reading, where is it sending the data to. This is commonly what is done. Decompile the program, figure out line by line what it's doing, where it's sending the data to, etc. And finally, finding a flag from a server. It's a bit advanced, but let's say you want to host a website on some place on the server. You have to go ahead and set it up so it's listening on certain ports per se. And this command here allows you to see which ports are actually open on the system. Maybe you left the port open to allow unauthorized access, the telnet port, or people can just enter in without anything and then hack into your system. So like that. So as a reminder, all of these capture the flag challenges are based off usually things that have already happened. So whether it be exposing data that wasn't supposed to be leaked, or analyzing malware programs, etc. And at the end of this, the point of these challenges is to submit a given flag or answer to the question. So in the example of a program, it might be what files did it change. So what we're going to be focusing on in the workshops and also partly in the CTF, capture the flag, is these four main concepts: encryption and decryption of files, networking between the computers, for example, to a server or to google.com, Linux, because all servers run on Linux, and finally Wireshark, which is just a way to go ahead and see what those packets are doing, what data is coming between A and B. OK? So I see all of you guys here pretty much already have your laptops open, so I think you guys satisfy this requirement. What do you need? Pretty much any laptop. Even this one from 2013 can run it. And what software do we need? Oracle VirtualBox to run a Linux virtual machine, specifically Parrot OS Security Edition, which just provides those tools already installed. For example, to see what ports are in a server, to go ahead and unzip data, automatically decrypt files, and also, if by accident you run a malware, it's not going to affect your machine. It's going to affect the virtual machine. OK? So I've thrown a ton of terms at you guys. I'm sure you guys may be lost a little bit, but that's the point of the bootcamp, to help you guys get prepared for the actual CTF on that day and the prizes that you guys can win. So in about 2 weeks' time, March 21st, for the pre-CTF bootcamp from 3:30 to 5:30, both to actually set up your machine, learn about CTFs, and also make your team, because there you'd be solving challenges collaboratively together. If any of you guys want to take a photo of the slide right there.
No.
Oh, the QR code?
Yep.
Okay. How are we doing on time? How are we doing on time?
Oh, not an issue.
Okay. Okay, I think most people got the photo. And okay, if you guys want to learn more about the event, Flag Ops, feel free to scan the QR code. This is the Flag Ops Hacker Guide. Exactly what was said in this PowerPoint, when, where, and how you guys can actually get into this event. And additionally, if you have any questions after the fact, after this event ends, feel free to ask on our Discord server under the Capture the Flag channel. Okay, any questions from the audience here? Feel free to raise your hand.
Do you have a favorite Linux distro?
Personally, I use Ubuntu 24.04, mostly because it's stable.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's on my personal machine.
Did you try the LTS?
Yeah.
It like doesn't. But for me at least, it was glitchy.
Really?
Worked properly. Yeah.
I've had no issues.
No issues?
No issues. Literally none.
Is there a reason that prowess like over Kali is being used for the CTF?
Specifically,
Yeah.
I really wanted to go ahead and try out Kali. And also, it's a bit more minimal and faster to install.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Any other questions from the audience?
Leah.
Yeah. Is it exclusive to FIU students or just all college students?
Not exclusive to FIU students. Anyone from any college can attend.
As long as you show up.
So
here.
long as you're 18 or up, you can attend.
My dad could show up?
He's a college student?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you gotta be over 18. I think for FIU students, we could look into an exemption. So you guys gotta reach out to us in case you're not 18. But for outside of FIU, you gotta be over 18 and a currently enrolled college student. So as long as you're a student, regardless of your level, like bachelor's, master's, PhD, dual enrollment, you're a college student or you're over 18 and you can physically show up over here, you're good. Just fill out the form and we'll see you there. Any other questions?
No, I think that's about it.
We got a question over there.
Say it again? Networking?
I think she asked a question. So
That's going to be partially during the boot camp events. In the actual boot camp event, because we're going to be working in PG6 in those large round tables, if you saw in the shell hacks photo, 2015, 17, you're going to be allowed to work together in a group to solve those mini CTF challenges. So there, if you like the people you're working with, you can form a group right then and there.
What time are these challenges going to be? Like what date?
For the CTF or for the boot camp? Boot camp 3:30 to 5:30. Say it again?
What days?
March 21st.
So I'm gonna put on the link for the boot camp once again because there's a lot of questions. So essentially what the boot camp is, it's kind of like a pre-CTF training session, right? This is not only where Lewis is gonna like kind of pretty much give you a hands-on experience into what a CTF is and figuring out how to do a CTF and capture those flags, but also because you're gonna be working on teams, it's a great opportunity for you to get to know your peers and potentially form a team that you can apply with for the final event. I hope that clears your questions, but if you guys still have questions, feel free to ask. Go for it.
If you're experienced enough to know of other software, feel free to use any one that's most comfortable with you.
Do we have other questions in the room?
What's like the average storage that the virtual machine will take on your PC?
That's a good question. You can put it as low as, for example, 7 gigabytes or 16 gigs. Absolute minimum, I would say 16 gigabytes. The thing is, you have to download those files ahead of time. If you don't have enough storage, another option may be to put it on a USB drive temporarily and go from there.
Could you, I guess, I was asking if you guys could possibly, like set up,
Like an online one?
yeah, or like set up a prowess and then send out like a OVA file for us to like download.
Sure. I'll go ahead and try that. I tried the one on their website and it just crashed on me. So yeah, that's the reason why I kind of steer clear of it.
All right.
I'll try it out.
A lot of these more technical questions is also why we have the boot camp, where Lewis can kind of help you troubleshoot any issues. But ideally, we want all of you guys to come with the software and everything installed, just so we can focus more into and dive deep into the actual CTF practice.
So to be clear, for the bootcamp, so long as you download the software, that being, if you could go back to the slide. Okay, there we go. If you could download Oracle VirtualBox and Parrot OS, the ISO, that'd be okay. You don't have to install it just yet. Because these are relatively heavy programs, and they take quite a while to install, especially on the notoriously bad FIU Wi-Fi.
Yep. And right there is the FlagOps Hacker Guide, where you can also find kind of the links to download these things and also any instructions and basically everything you need to know about it. So, you know, if the Hacker Guide is not enough, which I really don't think it shouldn't be, like it's probably has like way too much information that you guys need. But if that's not enough, we're always here on the Discord and also on the bootcamp. And even if that's not enough, you can just straight up DM Lewis on the Discord. So, or like find him on campus, just catch him, right? Like a Pokemon. Yeah, so you know, I hope that answers most of you guys' questions. If there's any other questions, last minute questions, I'm happy to take.
I'm gonna ask Lewis something.
Go for it. Any
Sure, ask.
Yeah.
You know how to issue I have with Ubuntu
Okay.
is it's Python. I'm doing the eCTF for MITRE.
Okay.
And
You can't pip install?
no,
We do have plans.
Like I could almost read your mind.
it's just they set up a reference design for us.
Okay.
They're using Python 3.11 at the very least.
Okay.
And so you need 24 or 22. You know, or you have to upgrade, you know, Python.
Yeah.
The default Python.
Have you tried Pyan? Pyan allows you to manage those Python virtual environments.
Is it the one where you set the
Global, local.
maybe I haven't. I'm gonna get my phone.
Yeah.
Questions. I'm gonna go to the last slide, which is thank you everybody for
But wait, if you want to do that after the fact, just when we're done with this, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
you know, still apply.
If you have a Linux issue, I've probably dealt with it before.
A mocktail bar right over here in case you guys are interested in grabbing a drink. And essentially we're gonna kind of mingle around, talk to people, and this is also a great opportunity if you wanna talk to your peers, if you wanna